why don't you just kind of lay out, aside from actually being in the gym with the players for training and weight room and competition, because I've had a bunch of coaches on this before, but I haven't asked this question. What is the rest of your day spent doing? Because I think there are a lot of people out there who want to be coaches, but don't realize how much management stuff there is when you put the volleyball away.
Well, as a young coach, I got involved with USA Volleyball and served on the All-American, committees and NCAA committees, this, that, So you, as a young coach that wanted to do something with its Vita, you need to be involved not only, myopically with your program, but, you needed to take a look at what the country was doing, and so, running the JOs, being the first school to run the JOs outside of, Davis, California, was a huge deal for me in '84. So you think about Gary Colberg coming in, the grandfather of junior volleyball, coming in and living with me, for a couple months to help me, kick this off. And today, of course, the evolution of junior volleyball and where it's gone and into the convention center, out of high school and college gyms into the convention center, and that whole format, that took hours of my time, to do that kind of stuff. At the same time, trying to be competitive with your team, and so now what's happened, with the management, stuff is the big-time programs have directors of operations. In fact, some of them have two, and they have enough assistants to gag a maggot, it's a little better. But at the mid-level schools, you don't have that ability. It's been myself and a part-time coach, most of my life, and then. When Stephanie, came into being, that was my first full-time, assistant coach. And so up to that point, you're doing all that crap yourself. So when you think of the director of operations jobs, like I'm doing that now because Steve is coaching, on the court. And so I try to take all the shit that nobody else wants to do. So I'm well aware of what all those things are. Being in the footprint of the Atlantic 10, and you need to fly, to St. Louis and fly to, all these schools and the hotels and the buses and the food. Everything is done before, in the spring and the summer before you even hit the road. And so, it's a science right now. The menus are sent to the kids with Google Drive, and they pick their food and put it onto Google Drive, and all that is, emailed to restaurants and paid and ahead of time, and food's all up. And, in order to do this that people are all doing right now in the big-time programs, it gets the kids in the right frame of mind to win, because they're being pampered to with the best of hotels and the best food and science, nutrition, and all the things that go into, that. You are so busy doing those things, especially if you're not staffed correctly, that you can very easily work, a 15, 16-hour day with no problem whatsoever. Mm-hmm. And, you have a director of operations and you have a full contingency of coaches. It's a little easier on the head coach. It's been easy on me because Steve's doing, majority of the recruiting and the majority of the coaching, so it's been a little easier on me. However, I got to do all the other shit. You put the budgets together, and it's the scheduling of your kids in classes and the academic part of it, and it's just unbelievable the amount of time that's spent doing everything else but coaching.